Alright, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video. Today we're talking about Yanqing. It's his turn. He is one of the most recent characters to be added to the game. He's one of 2 new 5 stars along with Bai Lu added to the standard banner. So, like always, we'll take a look at his kit, his bonus abilities, traces, light cone, and Eidolon level, as well as any additional information as well. Everything will be timestamped in the description if you are looking for a specific section, so feel free to look and jump ahead. And one last thing to note before we start is that this is information from the final closed beta. I have to say it every time just in case, so this information could be outdated relatively soon, but this is the most updated information that we have currently. There's that, so please bear that in mind. So, as I previously mentioned, Yanqing is a 5-star standard banner character. He is ice type and he's of the hunt path, so he's all single target. So let's start with his kit. So I don't have Yanqing myself this beta, so we're inspecting someone else's character. So because of that, the percentages are all going to be different. So don't focus too much on the percentages, we're just looking at the overall functionality of his kit. So first up is Yanqing's basic attack. This is just like every other character's, there's nothing special about it. Ice damage to single enemy. His skill deals heavy ice damage to a single target and then activates empathic sword link for 1 turn. This is the effect of his passive, which we'll get to next. So there's a lot going on with Yanqing's talent. Feel free to pause the video if you would like to read the description. So we can break down Yanqing's talent into 3 different parts. Firstly, when empathic sword link is active, he's less likely to be attacked overall by enemies. Second, his crit rate and crit damage are increased. And lastly, after Yanqing attacks an enemy, there's a fixed chance for him to perform a follow-up attack, dealing extra ice damage. And on top of this, there's also a base chance to freeze the enemy for 1 turn. And the damage of this ice DOT scales off of Yanqing's attack directly. So even though Yanqing is less likely to be attacked by enemies, if he gets hit while he's in this state, it'll cancel it, and the effect will disappear. And here's the interesting thing about this, is that empathic sword link only lasts for 1 turn, and if Yanqing is protected by a shield, and he gets hit, it does not disappear. So you can shield your Yanqing, he can get hit, and the empathic sword link effect will still stay up. So Yanqing being able to retain the empathic sword link effect, even if he's hit when he's shielded, I personally think this increases his value a lot and makes him more viable, even though the sword link only lasts for 1 turn anyways. Okay, so swinging back to Yanqing's ultimate, first this will increase his crit rate, then if his empathic sword link effect is active, it also increases crit damage for 1 turn before he does heavy ice damage to a single target. So if you use Yanqing's ultimate when empathic sword link is activated, it'll give him a chance to deal more damage. Lastly, for Yanqing's kit, we have his technique. After you use his technique, he'll deal 30% more damage for 3 turns to targets that have a higher HP than him, and that is 40% of his HP. That is all for the basic functionality of his kit. Next, we're moving on to bonus abilities. Yanqing's first bonus ability, he'll deal extra ice damage equal to 30% of his attack to targets with ice weakness. Second bonus ability, Yanqing's effect resistance is increased by 20% when empathic sword link is active. In his third bonus ability, when Yanqing crits, his speed increases by 10% for 2 turns. As of recording this video, a fully leveled up Yanqing will give you plus 28% attack, plus 10% HP, and plus 8% ice damage boost for the additional stats. Okay, now let's take a look at light cones. There's a lot of available light cones for the hunt path. There's 5 of them, so this section is going to be a little bit longer than usual, but we'll start with his signature. So Yanqing's signature is called Sleep Like the Dead. This will increase his crit damage, and then when either his basic or skill does not result in a crit, it will increase his crit rate for 1 turn, and this can only be triggered once every 3 turns. So the next light cone is a 5-star as well. This is currently available in Herda's store, and you can use currency from completing the simulated universe to buy these. I'm including this 5-star because technically it's free to play friendly and obtainable. So disclaimer, these prices could change. I don't know if they're at this point just for the beta so that like people have a chance to actually obtain them during the beta. I don't know if they're going to extend it or what, but the point is, these are available in the Simulated Universe store and they are obtainable for free, and that is why I'm including it. So let's take a look at it. So this light cone is called Cruising in the Stellar Sea. This will increase the wearer's crit rate, and then if the enemy is under half HP, it'll increase the crit rate again, and after the wearer defeats an enemy, increases their attack for 3 turns. Okay, so moving on to 4-star light cones. Starting with Return to Darkness, this is a light cone that is new in the Battle Pass preview. So we'll look at this first, and then we'll look at other 4-star character signatures, which are a little bit more obtainable and also free to play friendly. So this light cone increases the wearer's crit rate, and then after they crit, there's a chance to dispel 1 enemy buff. And this can only happen once per attack. So next light cone is called Only Silence Remains. This is Dan Heng's signature and arguably the most easily obtained Lycone because you can buy it from the Forgotten Hall store directly with these credits you get from clearing the floors. So this Lycone will increase the wearer's attack, and then if there are 2 or fewer enemies on the field, increase the crit rate of the wearer. And lastly, we have Su Sheng's Lycone, so every time the wearer attacks the same target, damage will increase by 8% up to 5 times, so up to a 40% damage increase. This effect resets when the wearer changes targets. So I know that's a lot of Lycone options. There's 5 right now for the hunt. Dawn Hunks is probably the most easily obtained from the Forgotten Hall store, but with that 5-star Lycone being cruising the Stellar Sea being available in the Simulated Universe store, that's probably the best for him, unless you have a signature. They're really up to you. I think there are better Battle Pass Lycones that you could go for, so I probably wouldn't go for the hunt necessarily. If you are getting the Battle Pass, you probably want to focus on other ones that are a little bit better than the one that's there currently. But that's it for Lycones, so let's finally move on to Yanqing's Eidolon levels. Yanqing's first Eidolon level, when he attacks a frozen enemy, he'll deal ice damage equal to 100% of his attack, and then it'll remove the frozen effect from the target after that. So the damage difference will vary between which character inflicted the freeze on the enemy, but if you compare this to Yanqing's own freeze effect, that's 25% of his attack, the DOT damage. So it's like you're trading the 25% DOT damage for 100% of his attack damage instead. Level 2, Yanqing's energy regenerate is increased by 12% when Empathic Sword Link is active. Level 3 is going to be plus 2 levels to his skill and plus 1 level to his basic attack. Level 4 is going to increase Yanqing's ice resistance penetration by 20% when he's over 80% HP. Level 5 is going to be plus 2 levels to his ultimate and plus 2 levels to his talent. And lastly, level 6, if Yanqing defeats an enemy while he's receiving buffs from his ultimate, it'll increase the duration of those buffs by 1 turn. That is his crit damage increase when he is under the Empathic Sword Link effect. So, if you're under the Empathic Sword Link effect, use his ultimate, you get the crit damage increase for 1 turn. If you defeat an enemy, it'll increase it for 1 more turn. And that's it for Yanqing. He seems like a great character. I definitely wouldn't mind getting him from standard or from the beginner banner. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like Yanqing? If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, let me know down below. If you liked the video, consider subscribing and follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/smexu. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.